place, rock the 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 place.
What up, friends?
What up, world? It's your boy Jimbo.
And I'm that guy, Joe. And welcome to One Beer at a Time podcast
with Whiskey Matt.
And your boy, Dub Flow. And here we are, friends.
We have
with
the
maximum sexy.
We have the two sexiest men We have the two sexiest white men over 30 on
Sexy
podcast.
white men over 30. Sexy white men over 30.
We have the two sexiest white men over 30 that are on a beer podcast. It's a very specific niche, but it is a niche.
Hey. Welcome, friends. Welcome, friends. This is a celebratory occasion. This is our first official full panel podcast. If you give a shit about us, if you've been following us, if you've seen Obot on the road on our YouTube channel, we go out and we do brewery tours and festival shit and whatever different things. And you've seen these two fuckers. But this is the first time.
I've been there.
All four of us.
Yeah.
The panel with the most and we're going to drink and we're going to review.
We've got some beers. I'm going to gloss over that. I was just trying to gloss over it.
So, hell, boys, why don't we jump straight into it? What beer are we going to crack first?
So, today we've got a couple of three Floyds that we're going to crack.
And I love Floyds out of
Munster, Indiana.
Ooh, sexy time.
So, the first one is one of their most popular beers.
Zombie?
It is called Zombie Das.
Indeed, sir.
Undead Pale Ale. So, Three Floyds is one of the most popular breweries in Indiana. It is honestly in the craft beer world, Three Floyds is kind of a legendary brewery. So this pale ale, notes on the side, this intensely hopped and gushing undead pale ale will be one's only respite after the zombie apocalypse. Created with our marvelous friends in the comic industry, art by Tim Seeley. 6.5%.
Two things.
Art's tight.
Two things
respectable,
about that.
but not
You got your beer
high.
glass?
Yes.
Go ahead and,
I got to.
grab half that beer.
Okay.
Pour that bitch up aggressive. Don't be a bitch.
Yeah, I got a
Yeah, there you go. Get that head. You need that monster head. We're going to tell you, again, friends, we've done this multiple times. We're going to tell you, you pour that head up in the glass so that it's not in your stomach. Let those gases open up.
So do the hey.
Yeah, there you go. That is literally the point, guys. For one, your real aromatics
They are
is in the beer foam, but also all of that is still alcohol, because if you give it a minute, it's going to settle down. The reason why is because that's just that chemical reaction with that CO2.
Yeah.
If you guzzle your beer, this is what's happening in your stomach. If you pour it in a glass like this, you let that calm down. And
This is where we get back.
Stomach.
This is where we get back to our roots and talk about some of our beer science. No, I love that you did that, because we're on our panel. We've got all four people here.
right.
This is where we get back to some of our roots, the beer
Bro,
science.
it's important to me.
It is very important to me. Joe's not wrong. Like if you just drink it, that's why we pour our beers.
That beautiful head on
It's
Jimmy's
not
beer
a
right there.
it's not a bougie thing that we
beautiful
have to have
head.
our beer in a glass. Part of it is because when you pour beer in a glass, it's the same reason that a draft beer goes down easier and better, is that it eliminates some of the gas. It's the same reason also. Now granted it's a nitro beer, but if you crack a Guinness, you crack that Guinness and you let it it is getting that gas out of there so that you can pour it properly. Yeah. And that is why I'm able to fucking crush 10 Guinness in 2 hours.
No matter what,
Likewise.
beer is carb heavy, but that bloated feeling comes from this.
Yeah, it comes from the gas.
Are you sure that's not just hereditary?
Well,
He's not at all.
I mean,
I'm sure
Ancestry didn't prove
I'm
otherwise either.
4% Irish. I can crush 10.
I mean, honestly, that feels a little bit. Honestly, Matthew, that feels a little racist.
I could crush 10 for
I can
sure.
Hold on a
crush 10
second.
for sure.
We should do a 10-way Guinness challenge that we all crush
Just me and
10
Jay.
Guinness.
That
No,
would
we
be
all
of
we
us.
all crush
That would
10
be fun.
Guinness.
That would be
And we
fun.
we assess the situation.
By the way, on a non-local
I feel like I'm
beer
gonna be.
on a non-local beer thing, one of these days, I'm gonna get all four of us together. We're gonna do a little blind taste test. Murphy's versus Guinness. So
yeah, I'm with that.
I've been doing a lot of
100%.
Murphy's lately because, especially last Monday was St. Patrick's Day, so every grocery store was pretty much out of the good Guinness. The good Guinness being the canned Guinness. The rest of it is kind of shit.
Get the
I'm being
little
honest.
tab that drops in and carbonates. Yeah.
So
the good Guinness.
So, but people forget about Murphy's. But even the Schnucks by me was almost out of Murphy, so I grabbed a bunch of Murphy's and Guinness. Now, first of all, I ran my DNA a few years ago. I am like 80% Cork County. I am 80% Cork County Irish. Do you know where Murphy's comes from?
Cork County.
Cork County, baby.
No shit, I
Hey, but-
didn't realize. I mean, I don't know if you ever said that. Like, maybe you told me. I don't remember hearing you say that.
Here's the thing.
Cork County, Ireland. Sorry, I've been doing a lot of world research.
I didn't.
Cork County, Ireland.
I didn't know that it was from Cork County, but the way you set it up was pretty.
But it's from
fucking
Cork
obvious.
County,
Yeah,
Ireland.
Yeah, even me, who's half intoxicated,
maybe-
was like, yeah, Ireland. Yeah,
Maybe
Cork County, Ireland.
we'll do the blind taste test the same day we do the
Fuck yeah.
10
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
the head on
That's
this
beautiful.
stuff, man. Like,
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And we should
Let's
do
talk
it.
about
Hold
this
on,
beer.
hold on.
We're all sipping.
I want to.
Let's talk
just
about
wanna
I want
point
Dub
out-
to talk about this because he's got some good
Yeah, I
notes
want to
already.
point out the head on this right now is like almost like an ice cream float.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yes, it
lingering.
is.
Like the head on it
Nice.
sits.
Your glass too, because I don't have as much on mine. The lacing on your glass is like literally fucking perfect.
Yeah.
See, and I really want to know more the head than the lacing, because lacing.
The head is amazing that it's dissipated,
It
but
is.
it's holding so strong.
Well, and the head is more important than the lacing to me for one reason. Lacing is a very good indicator of the beer.
It's like
but
the legs on wine.
But it can also indicate a dirty or a clean glass. So, like, to the beer specifically,
Right.
the head is
Right,
more
fair
important.
enough.
I wish, if
That's why
we had a perfect world, our
breweries
glasses
take
would
the glass
all,
part serious.
Yeah.
Well, and-
exactly.
And I'm gonna be honest. I love a golden tan lady in white lace.
Yeah. My thing with lacing is like,
we didn't do it on purpose.
Am
but
I
you
ri-
just got the dirtiest glass.
No, like right? Am I wrong?
no, you're not
Guys,
wrong at all.
so-
I love a
so-
tan
Tell
lady
me,
with some white
so
lace.
semi-ed up.
First, I want to
Chubbed
ask.
up.
I want to ask
Chubbed
this to our official new co-host.
Chubbed up is our new shirt.
'Cause I don't think you remember. What type of beer is this? What kind of beer do you think that is?
What kind of beer?
Or do you remember what he said? Yeah. What type of beer? What style of beer?
No, I don't remember.
Okay. So
Hold on.
So
Hold on.
what
was
do you
a
think?
Pilsner, right?
Hold on.
Was a Pilsner?
No.
No.
Hey, this isn't like a game show where you get the.
No, man. I was just saying.
You
I
win a
want
beer.
Your opinion.
Hold on. Hold on. No. The funniest part about this is let's get a group of guys together with the shortest.
Let's see what Matt thinks.
let's get a,
Shortest attention span.
yeah. Let's get
And
a
Matt, in your corner.
group of guys with the shortest attention spans and like no knowledge retention whatsoever, and let's ask them what did he just say 10 minutes ago. Of course, I don't fucking remember.
Well, I didn't think you
It was
remember. That's
nachos,
why.
right? It was nachos.
That's why. Because look, if I ask Jim that question, I have a certain expectation of him.
Okay.
So asking you two, it's different. I legit want to know your opinion, and based off your palate, what style of beer do you think that
And
is?
what do you notice about
Based
those
on the
beers?
color, the smell, the taste.
Oh, pass.
Next. like I said, dude, I went pills. Like it's very light.
I'm you know what, that I'm surprised by that, but because I know I'm
It's
not
light
trying to be
and
it's
drinking.
far off, but interesting that he says that because it is a very light drink.
It's very
drinks
light.
very light, but
You know, I was gonna say it's a very
malt
light
and the hop
drinking,
profile,
but
though?
not a
I do
pill.
get-
it's pretty malty.
I know
and
you
it's-
are.
It's pretty.
I do
I
get a
love you,
malty
honey.
and hoppy, and you know what? And that steers me towards IPA. But again, I feel misled because
Well,
like,
you're
IPA
not.
sits so heavy. Like
It's a pale ale. So,
All right,
But it's
so-
a hoppy pale.
It's a hoppy pale ale. It's a traditional. It is
So
a
the
traditional
spice and the
pale.
malt is from the traditional pale ale qualities.
Yeah.
but I feel
But the
misled.
hop profile is that reminds you more of like a crisp IPA.
and do you know why the hoppiness reminds you of an IPA?
It's way more crisp.
Because a lot of people don't know this. What makes an IPA an IPA really is the hoppiness, and the reason that an IPA exists is fucking hops actually act as a preservative.
Right, Indian Pale Ale.
And the name India Pale Ale comes from
Right.
creating beer that could be shipped from
Travel.
England down around the Horn of Africa and land in India.
You know I'm on my pirate shit, bro. For
I know
sure.
you- I
It's
know.
on with the pirate shit. It's on with
Grab
the
the
pirate
other
shit.
one.
But see, that's what I'm saying though. Is like it doesn't sit like So like I love Citywide. I'm not a big IPA guy, but when it comes to IPA, Citywide, statewide, that's my shit, bro. And I can see the relation between that with these.
But statewide is an APA, so the hop.
No, he's talking about city. No, he's talking about citywide.
Citywide and statewide.
Yeah.
Statewide, dude. Statewide is
I love
so
Statewide, dude.
fucking good.
Statewide
man.
is one of my favorite beers. I'll say it now, and
Citywide's
that's not because
good.
Killer Napkins does the art, and I love Killer Napkins.
I don't use napkins.
Shout out to local St. Louis artist Killer Napkins, and shout out to local St. Louis beer Statewide. But this doesn't sit heavy like an IPA, bro. Like IPAs usually sit heavy for me. Like this, I could crush this. I could just I could drink 5 of these in the summertime.
I do agree.
You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
Whereas
'cause
normally
I'm
I
curious.
wouldn't be like, I'm gonna drink fucking 5 Citywide.
I don't know the malt,
like-
the malt bill, the grain bill on this at all. I have no idea, but I'm curious if it has something to do with that process. You know, for like that, because you guys both agree on that. You know, like in their brewing process on that, like what part of their brew process makes it lighter and crisp, but still having that bold hop flavor.
Yes.
Where they're saying that like I'm getting those flavor profiles, but this is a
betting
beer that
all
is
the
lighter
flavor,
in body,
all the lightness,
and I can
all
like
the flavor,
chug
all
it
the
down.
I am betting that it's dry hopped at the end. Because that dry hop usually doesn't fuck with the ABV. It is a 6.9%, so it's definitely brewed with some hops.
Nice.
It's definitely
Nice.
Yeah, right. Gotcha, brother. It is a 6.9%, but I'm betting that it's dry hopped because the level of hop without affecting the alcohol and without affecting the crispness, that gives me dry
Christmas?
hop. Christmas.
Christmas?
Lloyd Christmas.
Lloyd Christmas.
Lloyd Christmas. Christmas.
All right.
So, wait,
Is there
we
an
don't have to
episode?
finish the brew on the review.
No,
and
we
that's
do
why I
not.
want to move
But
on
is
to the
there
next
an
one.
episode that we need to do where?
Are we not?
Well,
What's
we got a
are we
couple.
officially reviewing this?
Yeah.
Want to rate it?
Well, hold on.
should we
Yeah.
get
That's
our-
right. Matt, thank you, Matt.
Should we get our rating on this?
So for those
Damn,
of
you're a good addition to the show, Matt.
for those of you, hold on.
Ah, we like you,
Let
man.
me have the floor for a minute.
I feel like Sally Field.
Hey. It's fucking racist,
I
bro.
will do this in Antonio Banderas' voice.
And you will accept it.
And you will accept it.
Say on me.
For those of you that
Friends,
do not know,
I don't condone it, but I'll abide.
he will abide because I am.
Doesn't
good at
matter. You're Puerto
voices, he
Rican
knows.
anyway.
No, I thought he was Costa Rica.
It's Filipino. I thought he was Hawaiian.
Filipino. He's Filipino.
I saw his
Definitely
I saw
Hawaiian.
his great uncle in West Side Story. I want to be in America.
He's Cuban.
I'm Cuban.
He's a
B.
shark.
Cuban. Yes, Cuban
He's a
beef.
I don't need you. I don't need anybody, man. I am Tony Montana.
When you're a jet all the way.
So let me tell you this real quick. We do this all the time, but I will remind the people. So if you do not know, if this is your first episode with us, we have a rating system. And the rating system goes
3 tier.
it is
3.
That rating system goes all the way from
He doesn't count. I'm sure he does.
that system goes all the way from fuck yes. That is our top tier. That is our absolutely greatest beers we have tried. We will return to these beers throughout our lives. Yes,
Return.
yes. We will return to these beers.
That return was fucking cool.
I tell you what, it is incredible. Our second tier, Joe, do you want to tell them about the second tier?
I'm like,
You better do it as sexy.
mildly offended.
But you cannot because I do it so well.
There you go.
You cannot be offended because I do it so well.
Porque. Growl.
Porque.
But it's not just orque. It's okay.
Show me why you are the guy who bounces in fucking Christopher Robin's forest.
Okay.
Si mismo.
Sí, órale, okay.
Si mismo.
Viva la raza!
For those that do not know,
I think I'm offended.
the middle level.
So you're like, I'm uncomfortable right now, guys.
I just
do not
5-star
know.
frog splash him.
For if you do not
We lie with
know,
you, we steal. Viva la- Where'd he get the fucking luchador mask from?
For if you do not know, our middle tier has the widest range of acceptable tones. We're talking about tones of if I say okay or okay. That is our widest tier, is the middle.
I feel
versus
versus
the bottom tier.
the
That's
bottom
just
tier.
meh.
meh.
And if you go to the meh, there has only been one beer that we have ever tried.
Here he goes.
That I have ever truly said meh
Here he
about.
goes.
And it is the goddamn Bog Myrtle.
The Westin Bog Myrtle.
It is the truly.
It should be muerte. Muerte.
Truly.
The Bog
The worst
Muerte.
beer
Must
that
have
I have ever
muerto.
tried was the Westin Bog Myrtle. It should not exist. It was an abomination. So those folks, for you that do not understand, real quick, we have fuck yeah, we have okay, and we have meh. That is our tiers. So as you listen, we will rate these beers. Now, Matthew, I will ask you, how do you rate the Zombie Dust?
Zombie dust. Okay, the last time we all got together, and that was including the Culture Copia guys.
Sounds like a story I don't need.
Can I just sidebar and say that light switch that just flipped from you to you was kind of amazing.
I still feel like white lady offended. Like I'm offended for Joe.
That's why
I'm secondhand
I had the
offended.
preference. I was like, I'm almost offended, but I was like, fuck, I got to get in on this though.
Like I'm offended by association.
I'm
bro.
Karen offended.
But at the same time, you must admit, I do it so well.
Oh, it's great.
It is hard to be offended.
I would never imagine you
You are
had red
still-
facial hair.
You are still turned on.
If this wasn't a podcast, I'd be like, I would definitely hook up with that melanin fellow.
I thought
That boy's got melanin in it.
that boy's melanated.
Hell, there's some about that little olive tint.
There's definitely no hint of white and red.
that's
in there.
no. I thought I was watching The Mask of Zorro for a second. Honestly.
You said Antonio Banderas had me.
The reason I bring up the last time we all got together is because I feel like I kind of coined a phrase that line drive.
Yeah.
Okay, whereas the right down the middle, that line
I do
drive.
like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Especially for a double hopped IPA, because that is what a lot of people would perceive as.
Hold on.
a
He's talking
very
about zombie
strong-
dust. He's talking about zombie dust.
No, that's
yeah.
it.
Double, no, but you call it a double hop IPA, the double pale.
My bad.
The
my
double
bad.
pale ale.
Not- It's that hop profile.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like where a lot of people would misconceive
yeah.
that.
I will say though that's not that is not where this falls. What I'm getting to actually is that I feel like there's another level that's above that, and it's something that we actually kind of mentioned earlier. Is that like I'm chubbed up.
Yeah.
I'm not full. I'm not full
Like I'm not
staff.
hard, but you're like, damn, am I slightly
have
excited?
jaw.
So like it's
Good enough to get.
it's
excited.
an
You're over
okay.
there like, he has the job.
He has the job.
It's like it's an okay for me, but it's a high okay. And I'm
Bro, are
gonna,
you gonna become our Canelo? You're like our fucking red beard Italian Mexican. It's just gonna be sexy.
I will tell you, as after we get through everybody's review,
But he has the job.
I will tell you.
We are all going to go home and masturbate to Jimmy's Floyds.
I will tell you right now. Let's get through everybody's review, and then I have a quick story about the
And we
Canelo
masturbate
thing.
in the shower. Too.
I have a quick story about Canelo, but let's get through everything.
I think it's
fucking love
I think it's
you, bro.
appropriate because I mentioned earlier that
Yes.
I like a golden tan lady in white lace, and that's exactly what that zombie dust
Colombian women.
was.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
And it's an okay for me, but it's a high okay, so I'm gonna say I'm chubbed up over it now.
Yeah.
That's
You know what I like?
Ooh, I
That
like that as a reference.
That's a
point
reference.
that you're like, where are we at on the?
He's
okay?
coining
Are we
phrases, dude. He's
chubbed?
just
Yeah.
coining phrases.
Do we
all
have a
day.
half
Look.
chub?
Hey,
So
Are we at a half
Well, no,
chub?
so
okay?
I'm
this is-
adding levels to our
Joe,
ranking
and
system.
Joe, this is why we brought in 2 extra guys to help us out. Not only do we have lives and everybody's got shit going on, and then having extra people helps us out be able to get everywhere at one time. But we are a
That's gonna
collective
coin
now.
you some
Because
fucking
we
phrases.
are two
sexy beer drinkers who needed 2 white men with glasses.
Yeah, we needed to a fucking Blanco Español
God,
with
we did-
glasses.
Honestly,
La Flama Blanco with the glasses.
I feel like
if you take out all of their characteristics, but you just put them side by side, He is fat version of Dub.
Say, you have a mustache and you have a
So
beard.
wait. The next time we have a black guest on, are we gonna do an African accent?
We don't know black people.
We know. Hey. We.
¿Dónde estás? Cancelled. Hey, we'll edit that out.
No, we won't.
Hey, just making a bunch of bleeps and shit. It's like, wow, they understood that perfectly.
We've had several black guests on our show before we decided to bring in 2 more white guys.
I knew that would get him.
Bro, from now on, when we have anybody who's non-white, they have to sit right there.
They have to see it.
Oh no!
They have to sit in the ethnic chair.
That's why I'm
almost
on the
had a
end,
German
bro. I'm
tinge,
like,
I swear to God.
hiding so that I'm not center stage on the middle chair.
I
sitting
swear
in
to
the
God,
ethnic
that
chair.
almost had an
That's that
almost had
racial
a German
ambiguity.
tinge to it.
Yeah, I've been studying a lot of German. I'm sorry.
I'm like hiding amongst the light skins.
Can I say
Bring
this?
me the spicy carton.
Hey, you know what? I guess I have to acknowledge that, like, I'm fortunate that, like, I get to hide ambiguously in the light
Amongst
skins.
the whites.
I guess if I just like fade back and keep my head down, no one really notices.
Yeah.
And I just like chameleon in that shit.
I just want to say that it's been really nice doing this show with you guys.
So, Dub, what are your thoughts?
This is the last episode of One Beer at a Time.
Man.
Join us on our new
So wait,
show,
hold on,
One
is this on
Drink
the
at a
Zombie
Time,
Dust, or-
because we have
Yeah.
to rebrand.
All right. So on the zombie dust,
Yeah, on the zombie dust.
I hate to fucking ride Mike's wave here, but I do want to agree that it's a high okay.
Who's Mike?
His name's Matt.
Yeah. I hate to ride Mike's wave.
Matt.
Who's Mike?
Yeah. No, I hate to ride Mike's wave.
Fair enough. No, I appreciate
Like,
that.
you guys haven't met my alter ego, Mike.
Oh, Whiskey Matt, you're talking about? No,
Whiskey
I'm
Matt.
talking about Mike.
I'm talking about my
This
alter
dude,
ego.
this dude right here on my
no.
left.
That was
Joe looked directly at me when he said
No,
that.
bro, that was actually fucking perfect because that was actually fucking perfect because of the way he goes. Yo, you mean Whiskey Matt? No, Mike.
No, Mike. No, I'm not talking about Whiskey Matt. I'm talking about Mike.
Have you guys reviewed this one before?
So our point is for our audience, for you guys to hang out and become friends with us while we become friends with our new co-host.
Yeah.
No, look, man. Whiskey Matt and me have only kicked it one time.
That's true.
But me, him, and Mike have a great opinion on this beer.
I get all of my beer opinions from Mike.
Look,
So-
I'm chiming in with Mike and Whiskey Matt that it's a high okay.
Like Fight Club, I am Jax. Like, I am Mike.
Look, man. His name was
Untrained
Robert
palate.
Paulson, all right? And he said it was a high okay.
Like, I
So-
am Mike's untrained palate.
Yeah.
So, Joe, what are your thoughts? I know we've talked about.
We
Zombie
have
Dust
done this
before.
one before. I don't remember if I gave this an actual fuck yeah, but I feel like it had to have been borderline, if not officially a fuck yeah, because the notes that this hits for a pale ale, that's why earlier,
Yeah.
like I said IPA because that hop profile.
Yeah, it tricks you a little bit.
But it balances so well because you get the spice and malt notes that you want out of a pale ale. And like I've said repeatedly, if like gun to my head, I have to pick a favorite fucking beer, I think pale ale might be my all-time favorite. And something like this hits the notes of an IPA, which I love. It drinks real crisp and smooth. So it's just like come on, how is this not like borderline fuck yeah? I'm gonna drink it every chance I get.
And that's why for me it is a fuck yeah. First of all, we've talked about this recently. How like most of the
Mike.
we've talked about this recently. Most of the craft breweries that we're trying these days are going to have strong okays or fuck yes, because we've kind of come through the wall of
Our litmus test
mediocrity.
is relatively high.
It is, but also like as a society, there was a big spike in craft beer. It's kind of on the downturn, and we're going to see an upturn here again. And that's
I'd give her a 6 or a 7, bro. At a scale of 10, 6 or a 7. Like,
and
high
here's the
okay,
thing.
like
And I
Whiskey
don't-
Mike.
And here's the thing: it's like I don't.
You know,
fault-
Matt said.
Okay, that is a high average. market.
Yeah.
That's above average, but not phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I don't fault anyone for being like, this is a strong okay. For me, it's a fuck
Hey,
yeah.
let's be real.
I would have bought it off of art
Average
alone.
is good.
Yeah.
Art on the can alone.
Oh yeah.
For me,
I forget who
Be
you
real.
said the artist
Average
was,
is
but
good.
the art on
Who
the can
says
alone?
that fucking like Domino's isn't something you're gonna eat? If it's there, yeah, fuck it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat it. That's baseline,
Right.
You know what I mean?
And so-
But I'll buy
there's
off a
nothing-
can, bro.
there's
I'll buy off
nothing
a
wrong
can.
I will
with a
too.
5.
You got Voltron on your can,
Yeah.
I'll buy your shit, bro.
And so this for me qualifies as a fuck yeah, simply because I think because you and I have tried so many beers over the years, and I think it's gonna be interesting over the next few months. We see Dub and Matt,
Whiskey Matt,
Whiskey Mike,
Whiskey Mike.
as we see their
alias, bro.
I think we
Whiskey
see-
Matt and Vodka Mike.
I think we're gonna see I think we're gonna see a change in their. Well, it's gonna be fun because you and I noticed this over the years we've been doing this. You're gonna see a change in their palates. Or we used to have a lot more fuck yeahs. The fuck yeah has become a lot harder to achieve between just.
Well,
the
see,
two
I
of
don't
us.
dabble in Indiana beer a lot,
Right.
So like
But
that's
we,
what's
but
fun.
shout out to
honestly,
our
until we
neighbors
started
in
this,
Indy.
you know, he and I would drink a lot of different beers, but we weren't like analyzing it.
It's
And
like-
so there was a time where every beer we drank was like, that's a fuck yeah. And then we kind of reached that point where like everything became an okay or a meh.
Unless it blew your mind.
You
Yeah.
have to realize.
So,
that
like, you have to
average
calibrate.
Is not bad. Average is
Right.
baseline. So if average is 5 on a 1 to 10 scale, then that means 6 and 7 is pretty fucking
Yeah.
good.
Which means I can buy it from a
just
station
not-
and not be disappointed.
I think what Jim's trying to say is it's
If I could interpret my lover,
it's kind of like when you're a teenager and all you need is your hand and your imagination.
Yes.
Whereas now at the age of 35, you're like, I need you to tie a belt around my neck, burn me with a cigar.
Tell me I'm a piece of shit. I'm irresponsible with my money.
Right.
And then I'll
Absolutely.
come
No,
in
absolutely.
the end
if I don't burn myself
Absolutely, but I will say so for
Make
those
me
that
come,
are
Indiana. Make me come.
for those that are unfamiliar, here's my basis for okay versus fuck yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I think I took our 3-tier rating and turned it into a 5-tier rating.
You kind of did.
think so?
I think now we have a meh, an okay, a line drive, chubbed up, and a fuck yeah.
Line drive is fucking sick, bro.
And that's-
I love line drive.
Yeah.
Hey, like I've drank so many beers I can describe as line drive.
That solidifies you on the panel,
that
bro.
does.
Can we hit the gavel and fucking deem that law?
Gong,
Like that's
gong.
just.
I just love that mid range of line drive,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
but
fuck
say it
it, I've
again
drank
one
so
more
many
again.
line drives.
Say my one more game.
Say again one more again.
Okay,
This one right here is a line drive, bro.
so we have meh, we have okay, we have line drive,
Good tier.
chubbed up,
Nice.
fuck yeah.
Absolutely. Lock it in. Lock it in.
in.
Lock it
Tier
in.
Lock it
system.
in.
Tier system.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Good
I
answer.
do like
Good
chubbed
answer.
up.
You're like,
Judge.
I'm not hard, but
Rebel,
I'm
rebel,
excited,
rebel,
bro.
rebel, rebel, rebel.
You're like, I'm not saying. You're like, I'm not saying we have to fuck. I'm just saying, bitch. What you talking about?
I'm just saying, line drive, dude. Like,
Here's what I'm.
Hey,
Girl,
hey,
what you really trying to do?
Shorty's a line
Hold on.
drive,
Here-
bro.
Here is what I'm gonna say though, and this doesn't because that doesn't change my personal definition of fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Because what fuck yeah is
Fuck
to me
yeah
is
means I have to have
I-
more.
yeah, I
Any
will
chance I
seek
get,
it
I'm
out.
going to buy more.
Exactly.
If I'm 30 minutes away from the town where that brewery is at, fuck it, I'm gonna take a 30-minute detour and go grab some of that beer.
if I'm
white stouts, bro.
right.
Yes.
So
Like say for instance, you go and visit a friend or family member in another state, and you find out that that brewery's 20, 30 minutes away. You're not gonna run over there and get some of that that you can't get here.
cans, bro. They were
so for me, 3 Floyds is actually a perfect example of a fuck yeah and why this is a fuck yeah for me. So half my extended family lives in Cincinnati. Grandma died 9 months ago, 6 months ago. My brother,
My
we were,
condolences.
thank you. She was 99, so it's fine.
No, he said it like he was proud of it, right?
Yeah, what she made it.
Grandma
To
died.
Grandma died.
Better off.
no.
My bad. My condolences, line drive.
No. I fucking A. No, but Matt and Rob were at work when I left for this because everybody's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, she was 99. Like, Bro, she hit a home run, right? She hit 99.
Yeah, dude,
She hit
that's a
fucking
great
90.
run.
She hit 99. We're good.
I wish, dude.
Not sad about Grandma dying. She made it 99. We're cool.
I'm not trying to add to the tangent. The only reason I started chuckling is because of the story you told me of the last time that you were all together.
Yes.
And you were like,
So
we were taking a picture. You do it.
So I'll
She was
okay.
like nosy Rosie.
No. This shit's fucking hilarious. So part of why, like,
She was like, I've been stealing for Piggly Wiggly for years.
everybody was like, oh, I'm so sorry your grandmother died. I'm like, no, bro, she was 99. She had a good life. And we had honestly been in town for her 99th birthday like 4 months earlier. And we go in town for her birthday, and literally my family wants to take a picture with Grandma. Grandma's head is like this the entire time. So my aunt literally grabs the back of my grandmother's hair, pulls Grandma's head up so she looks
alive.
Hey, put your head down.
She does it was like she was like
Hold Grandma's
she was
head.
like your brother's soul is mine.
It was like Weekend at Bernie's.
They're like Weekend at Bernie to her head so we could take a family photo. And I kid you not, dude. I even went to my dad. I went to my dad. I go, what the fuck? Because he was his mother.
Hold on. We're going to pick right back up where you left off, but I just need to sidebar real quick. Guys, can we do a culture copia with Weekend at Bernie's?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I go to my dad. It's my It's my dad's mother. It's my dad's mother. I go, Dad, what the fuck are we doing?
He picked her up.
And he goes, what do you mean? I go, look, Dad, like, because
Dad, the fuck are we doing?
Somebody grab Grandma by the back. Somebody grab Gam Gam by the back of her head.
And prior to that, we had been in this big room. We're at the nursing home. We're in this big room. Everybody's like just kind of hanging out. And I see my dad and his 4 siblings. They're all standing around Grandma. And they're all like, Grandma, do you know who it is? Mom, do you know who it is? And they all just keep saying, like, my dad is the oldest. So my Uncle Chuck is like, Mom, do you know who it is? And she goes, Greg. And they're like, nope, it's Chuck. And they're like, Mom, do you know who it is? And she's like, Greg. And they're like, nope. So like the whole thing, okay? So again,
Episode
So
of
everybody's flipping guess who plays.
It was the worst game show ever.
Yeah. So I look at that. This is what she's like. So I look at my dad. I go, what the fuck? Because my parents were like, we really want you to be there for her 99th birthday. Like, blah, blah, blah.
All right, we're going to play Guess Who. Blah, blah,
And I'm
blah.
like, dude, I show up to this party. Dude, we get to Cincinnati, and I see all this going on. I see literally my aunt Mary Beth hold her head up for a photo, like Weekend at Bernie's.
Terrible,
I go to my dad. I go, what the? I look at my dad. I go, what the fuck am I here for? Like, I was legit upset because I hadn't seen I hadn't seen my grandma in several years. She
Dude,
lives in Cincinnati.
I've grabbed a female by the back of the head twice. Was like,
And it
you're
was
about to
sexual
drown
as
in
fuck.
this toilet.
Yeah.
And 2 was like, you are biting too
Yeah.
hard.
I legit was upset because
your dog doesn't count.
Dude, I haven't seen my grandma
Loving
in
the peanut
probably
butter.
5-6 years at this point because I don't make it up to Cincinnati anymore. And the last time I see her alive, we're playing Weekend at Bernie's, and I look at my dad. I go, "Why the fuck am I here? Why did you ask me to come up here? I would have rather just not seen her. I would have just rather not done this." So we go home. 4 months later, she passes away. So we go up for
Dude,
this.
still a good run after that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
99
I'm not trying to be that kind of guy.
99 years. Great run. So we
Dude,
go,
99,
but-
you have the family
Yeah.
get together,
Yeah.
and you go fucking almost half a year.
But that's also why I say, like, congratulations. Everybody's like, I'm so sorry about your grandma. I'm like, trust me, it was fun. Trust me, she's been gone a while.
This is a handshaking thing.
Trust me, she's been on her way out.
Stop hugging me, start shaking my hand.
I do have to say, Gam Gam had a great tactic of eventually she was going to get the answer right with, is it Greg? As a matter of fact, this time it is Greg.
Yeah.
I got 6 grandsons.
So,
Fucking
to circle
Greg's
this
gonna
around
be
and finish,
1 out of 6.
to circle this around and finish, we're talking about the fuck, yeah. My brother and I are in Cincinnati. We know that they sell 3 Floyds in Cincinnati. We both go to, like, we left the dinner the night before Grandma's funeral. We left dinner. My brother and I are like, we're going to the grocery store, and my brother and I each dropped about $100 on 3 Floyd's beer a piece. We go back to the hotel, and no one knows me and my brother. We're not very close at all, but we hung out, and we sat and we drank.
Smash beers.
Like we sat and drank 3 Floyds. We bought enough to drink at the
I
hotel.
love that. Me and my sister aren't close. We're close enough to smash
Yeah.
beers.
Yeah.
You just stand next to each other. Yep.
Well,
I
let me
love
tell-
that, dude. It was
let
like
me-
me and my siblings aren't close, and I'm like, I
Yeah.
get it, dude. Me
Yeah.
and my sister aren't close, but we'll smash 30 beers
My
together.
brother and I sat.
We're close after about
My brother.
30 beers.
Yeah,
my
yeah,
brother
we're
and I
not
sat
close,
and
but we'll
smashed a
smash some
shitload
beers
of 3
together.
Floyds beer. Now,
that ain't
I'll tell you.
black man
I'll tell you
way.
a real quick story. From
I
that
kissed
one.
my brother on his anus.
So I'll tell you. Oh Jesus Christ! I'll tell you a real quick story
After
from
or
that
before
hangout.
30 beers.
Let me tell you a real quick story from that hangout. Yeah, my brother and I
it's
are not
never
super
a real
close. We're
quick
not-
story
we're not
with
very
Jim.
fun.
We know this.
Yeah, this is a real quick story. So several years ago, I went to this. I did this lacrosse thing.
Well, that was a great story.
And I took one mushroom from a guy, one single mushroom.
Fucking Mike
Hour
killing it.
hour and a half goes by, it doesn't kick in. I'm like, well, that shit's bunk. 2 hours go by, it kicks in. It's the strongest fucking single mushroom I've ever taken in my goddamn life. I'm on the fucking moon.
Damn, dude, I've had that.
Dude, 1 year later, one year later,
Gram and a half, bro.
dude, 1 year later, I'm in Cincinnati with my brother, telling my brother a story. I was like, yeah, this guy gave me this wine, blah, blah, blah. My brother goes, what was that guy's name? And I tell him the guy's name. He goes,
No
you
shit.
want to know a funny story? I go, yeah. He goes, I fucked his wife. I go, I'm sorry, the fuck? He goes, yeah, man, I met him and his wife at a bar one night.
Shout out to the
And,
big brothers because we need y'all.
And he goes,
Shout out to
goes,
poor brother.
and he was like, yeah, man, I ran into him. I met him at a bar.
Whiskey, math's not
You know,
fucking
and he's like, yeah, and he goes, he's like, I'm talking to him and his wife, and him and his wife were like, hey, do you want to come back to the house? And my brother looks at the guy and goes, well, hold on, what's going on here? And the guy goes, I think you know what's going on. And he goes, I cucked. He goes, he sat in it. He goes, it was.
Oh, damn.
He
So he
sat
was
in
in
the
the corner. Oh, damn.
Searching for a bull.
Cuck.
Dub, I do want to say Dubflow's right. Whiskey Matt will fuck your wife. So
He will fuck you. And you will sit in the corner the whole time
if there's
spectating.
any wives that are interested,
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a quick. Yeah, we
Did you
can
drink
run-
this?
Yeah.
yeah,
Is that what you're drinking?
Yep.
I drank all of mine.
It's the War Mullet.
War mullet.
You have thoughts?
I have thoughts
Since
right
we're
now.
not giving the people
Let me.
what we're supposed to be giving them.
Can
Well,
I
this
start
is
out?
actually technically a
Can I
third
start?
episode today.
Can I start out? Can I start out?
Yeah,
on the
go.
On the mullet, dude. Totally business in the front, party in the back.
Yes.
Great name for a beer. I'm party in the fucking back. I'm fucking business in the front, bro.
Oh yeah.
Which is crazy because I've never looked at him.
Joe,
I've
you
never
wanna
looked
give
at a mullet from the front and said,
Yeah, go
this
give
guy
us the
means
rundown.
It doesn't give me anything like real specific with what type of malt,
Yeah.
what type of hops. It is very malty. It has a dry, bitter hop profile to it,
which is a good description.
Yeah.
but
Because I've never looked at a mullet, so this guy saves
It's
money.
like it's not a sweet malt.
Yeah.
But the malt flavor is strong, and it's like this is a brew that if you don't like bitter hopped up IPAs, you will hate this beer.
This beer definitely
Because the
parties
malt on it, it's not like a sweet malt that balances it all. You don't get no sweet hits. It's very bitter, dry, hoppy. But if you're a hophead, though, I mean,
This reminds me of
fucking
Citywide,
ideal.
actually. This is a citywide beer right here,
Yeah.
bro. You get that hop on
But
the
you know what?
end,
This is
bro.
an 8.6 double IPA.
See, when I go out and I drink at like a bar, I'm a social butterfly
this guy.
drinker. So I drink when I socialize.
Do we want
I
to say?
socialize a lot.
Let's
so I
leave that in the
drink a
refrigerator.
lot.
We'll do that next time.
I don't know. I kind of want to just crack it. And
I'll
pour
do a
myself little
citywide
piece
at a
and pass
fucking
it.
brew,
fine,
bro.
fuck it. Just pour it
Because I won't
real
just
quick.
chug citywide.
Okay.
All right. So I'll have a nice citywide at a bar.
What's your official rating of the what is it, the mullet?
Warm mullet for me is a strong okay.
Yeah,
Dub,
that's
did you get some?
that's a half chub for me, bro. Because it's not all the way to the
Grab
fuck
that,
yeah, but like, hey, I'm not hard, but like, I'm a little excited though.
It's a line drive.
Think so?
I'm calling it a line drive.
Yeah, I gotta go half chub on it because I'm
Pass that back to Dub.
Oh,
almost legit excited off of it.
Cheers.
I've been back.
it's a right down the middle line drive for me, babe.
What is this one?
This one right
This
here?
is the regular IPA Turbo Reaper.
Turbo
It actually
Reaper.
smells light as fuck for real. The head is very nice, lacing.
I think
good,
this
but
is
it
one
smells
of
super light.
honestly. I think this is where Three Floyds really, really fucking flourishes with their
Bro,
use
it's
of hop.
floral, and it's like this has a sweet malt on it and a minimal hop. The hop on it is light. It has a sweet malt. It's very silky smooth on how it drinks.
How about this,
You know?
dude? Yeah, you like that St. Louis quick brew? Fucking get me fucked up and tastes good.
Yeah.
This is where
Yeah.
it's at right here.
Yeah, which one is that?
This is Three Floyds Turbo Reaper, 7% IPA.
Hey, Turbo
Honestly-
Reaper. Turbo Reaper finishes strong for me. That's a fuck yeah.
Turbo
Yeah, I
Reaper's
was just
your
gonna say,
run too,
honestly,
bro.
I think this is a fuck yeah because
That's
this
a
is
fuck yeah.
so well balanced.
Turbo
man.
Reaper's my go-to the bar, and I'm getting fuckered up. Like, I'll
give you
run
that.
this, dude.
I'll give you
I'll
that.
run 3 or
It's
4 of
delicious.
these, 5 of
The
these.
sweet malt and the high hop profile,
This
the
might be
bitter
my fuck yeah
hopness
too,
with
man.
the
I
sweet
might
malt.
have to up this to my fuck yeah too.
Well, so here's the other part.
Balance is
Here's the
so
other part of
fucking
our
smooth.
rating system that we haven't touched on yet, and we do this every episode. What is
Star of the
your
show?
what is your star of the show?
Turbo Reaper.
Turbo
Turbo
Reaper?
Reaper was Star show.
It's not just because I'm drinking it last. No,
No, that was a
because
strong finish.
We did a
It's
massive
a
deep
clean
dive
taste,
on the first
Yeah.
beer.
Yes.
So
the
for our
fucking
fans,
after
our
bite on
friends-
this is like,
Yeah.
I don't get that IPA bite. I don't get that hoppy bite. Like, this is my crush beer
Yeah.
right here.
This is a cru- and
This
at
is
7%.
my I run to. I'll drink
And buddy,
fucking 5,
that's
6,
the thing.
7.
At a
however.
crushable, this is gonna kill you. This is 7%.
Yes.
Like,
That's
it's
the
This
thing
is my
is,
go-to at a
What
bar.
you're saying is it's super hopped up, but the sweet malt profile balances that down that makes it so drinkable.
I don't even notice
You know
the
what I
malt,
mean?
I guess. Yeah. I
No,
don't even
that,
notice.
like it's got a rich malt to it for sure, and that's what makes that hoppiness not overbearing because it balances it out. That little
This is-
sweet hit that you get is the malt.
I got this.
This is Kamala's America, the minority telling the white guy what he thinks.
He's like, I'm just gonna pull the mic away.
It's been great doing this show with you guys.
Now that we've
our
hit
first
politics,
and
I'm
last
out.
episode ever.
No, in all seriousness,
Do we all agree that's the star of the
yeah,
show?
that is the star of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the highest
this
profile
motherfucker
beer
right
that
here.
we drank today.
Our producer has a heart out. He's got a yiffing party to get to.
Yep.
No,
ladies,
hey, what was
gentlemen,
the name of this though again?
This was Turbo Reaper.
Yeah, the Turbo Reaper I do think is. I don't want to jump on Whiskey Matt's dick.
You know what?
I don't want to jump
Yeah,
on
you
Whiskey
do.
Mike's
Hold on,
dick.
let me Tio, time
Whiskey Matt and Mike.
out, real quick. That name makes a lot more sense now. After you said that this is your beer that you're going up to the bar and you're gonna crush the fuck out of it, it's now I know why it's called the Turbo Reaper. Think about it.
It's crushable, but it's
You're
a high.
slamming it, but it's gonna fuck
it's a-
And
you.
dude, that's
hits
me.
all
dude.
the boxes.
I hit the bar and I'm like drinking to like relax.
Hey.
I'm hitting 2 or 3 beers
It
within
hits
the
all
first
the
hour.
boxes.
Yup.
It's smooth.
This is
it's
my
crisp,
Turbo Reaper.
It's malty.
Bro. Like I'm
It's
turboing
high.
this, dude. I'm fucking
Hey,
downing.
I
it.
gotta say, Dubplo, Whiskey Matt will fuck your wives. Whiskey Mike will fuck your husbands. So husbands,
Hey, I feel like both are to be not trifled with.
None are to be trifled
Whiskey
with.
Mike and Whiskey Matt are not to both be.
The Whiskey
underestimated.
M's will be leading our only
Does that-
fans.
Like
Ladies,
I'm
stay tuned
ultimately
and
worried
be
about
tuned.
Whiskey Matt, the real Whiskey Matt, but like Whiskey Mike is also like the alter ego. Like don't underestimate him. Like,
All right, ladies, gentlemen, boys,
God
girls.
damn it.
We want to thank you for coming out. We want to thank you for listening to this shenanigans.
My old lady's mouth tastes like Whiskey Mike's dick.
All right. You guys have a good night. We out.